So I welcome you everyone to our channel. So we want to listen to Prophet Shepard's speech, what he said about his wife on her birthday in honor to his wife. Let's get into this video. Watch, subscribe, like, share, and comment. God bless you.
Thank you everyone. I just want to welcome each one of you. We have great men and women which on my behalf the protocols have been observed prior to my coming. I'm used to preaching and teaching, but tonight I'm making a speech. Before I make my speech, I would like to tell you a story. This story is a very important story, and it will end with a question which I want each one of you to reflect and think about. There were two countries which were neighboring to each other, and in between of these two countries there was a great forest known as a national park, and this national park shared its interest between these two countries. Now, amongst the animals in this wonderful and great national park were all the big five. And one single morning, there was an elephant that was sleeping under a wonderful great tree. Now this elephant was sleeping there, and all of a sudden there was an eagle that flew into the tree that this wonderful elephant was sitting under. Unfortunately, the eagle landed on a rotten branch, and all of a sudden there was a fly that began to fly around the head of an eagle. Out of agitation, the eagle wanted to catch the fly, so the eagle kept on trying to catch the fly. In that process, the rotten branch was broken and went straight on an innocent sleeping elephant, and the elephant was taken by a surprise, and the elephant stood up and began to run. As the elephant was running, other elephants which were moving close by also began to run, and there was a great noise of animals running. Having known that there were two borders, definitely they took a direction of one country where there were soldiers guarding the border. And when they heard the great noise coming, they thought war is coming. Soldiers, on the other hand, are coming against us. So they began to shoot back. And the other soldiers, on the other hand, didn't know anything. And all they began to hear were bullets and gunshots aiming at them. They too took guns and began to shoot back. It was a heavy war. It involved presidents, lives were lost. If I may ask you a question, what caused this war? Well, how many think it was an elephant? How many think it was the rotten branch? Can they be raising up their hands? And how many think it was a fly? And how many think it was the impatience of the other soldiers? And how many think it was a gun? And how many says none of the above? Well, this war broke out just because of one simple thing, and this was a fly. I didn't say you should clap your hands, so if you're clapping hands, make sure you're very serious about it. Now, hear this. So, this particular fly made nations to go into war. It is not, and it has never been, great things that can cause a fight. They are always small things that can actually make nations fight. I like to say on this wonderful occasion to all families that are married, even those who are to marry, in every relationship and in every marriage, usually it is not great things that cause couples to fight. They're always small things. But I am gladly standing here to inform you that none of the great things, neither small things, makes my wife to argue with me. I've heard someone saying I connect. What I mean is, if you are a woman, and I want you to hear this very well, you have to understand this. It is completely difficult. In this case, in my example, when I married my wife, all I wanted for her to obtain was wisdom. In a relationship, if you are a man who has married a woman who has a great future, for example, she is a president of a nation, or whatsoever responsibility God has given her, you always have to understand that I need to respect her in her position. Much as I am a prophet and a husband to her, she is a prophetess. And there are things I do not intervene of her office. When it comes to ministry, there are moments she is a woman of God to me. And there are moments she has to be a wife to me. And to get that wisdom into her was the most difficult thing. Because there are three words by which wisdom can be obtained. The first way wisdom can be obtained, it is through reflection, which is the noblest. And the second way wisdom can be obtained, it is through imitation, which is the easiest. And the third way by which wisdom can be obtained is through experience. When I married her, there were moments I had to take her through reflection. She had to sit home and think and reflect what's happening. What about our enemies? People who are fighting us. What about what's happening? Where are we going? How the ministry is growing? And that was reflection. And that is the noblest. And there were moments when she had to acquire this wisdom through imitation. She has to imitate how I love God, how I pray, how I fast, how I handle matters, how I deal with things, which is the easiest. But there was another way of how to obtain wisdom, which is through experience, which is the bitterest. She had to experience the things I experience. She has to be rejected because I'm rejected. She has to be arrested because I'm arrested. She had to be gossiped at because I'm being gossiped at. She had to go through all the pain that I was going through. While my words to you, my wonderful, beautiful wife and a mother to so many people in the world in faith. I'm going to use an example, an economic example and a business example, which I did when I was studying with Harvard. In business, of course, the course we did together with you, and we obtained, we finished last year. In business, there are different advantages that makes one business become superior from other businesses. And these advantages are what makes other brands unique. And there is something that makes you unique. And one of these business models that makes others to be more advantaged is known as the competitive advantage. So in business, competitive advantage, it is what makes one business more favored, what makes one business more superior than other businesses. So there must be something that must make one more superior. And there are areas of competitive advantage. And these are differentiational advantage. And this could be what makes that business different. There is something that makes you different and sets you apart. And normally in the business world, what could be the difference? Simple. It could be the price. Same product, but the other price could be affordable. It is not difficult to be your husband. You are affordable. What makes other businesses in the area of competitive advantage is comparative advantage. Comparative advantage is what makes people compare your product with other products. What makes someone say, I choose this product. And that's the most important thing to know if you are also doing any business in this world. What do you do that will make your business have a comparative advantage? And what brings in a comparative advantage is nothing. In every business, you are not into comparative advantage apart from one factor, and that is service. I may sleep in 4 hotels, but I will compare them with how I was treated. And that can create a comparative advantage and make the other hotel more unique and make more money. I'd like to say to you that your service is 7-star hotel. However, competitive, differentiational, and as well as comparative, comparative, differentiational advantages, much as they are there, but there is one which Harvard is teaching now, which they say from competitive to nodal advantage. So nodal advantage is not just competitive, it's not just comparative. It is an ecosystem that supports each other. It comes from a node experience or model where this supports this and this supports that. So your business is not just competing, but it creates an ecosystem. That a very good example is Goshen City. So we have Goshen Farms, we have Goshen hotels, we have a lot of things that are supporting each other. So Goshen City will not be buying vegetables from anyone. It will be buying vegetables from Goshen Farms. It will be buying rice from Goshen Farms. So Goshen Farms can borrow money from Goshen hotels. So it is an ecosystem of this supporting that and that supporting this. So this type of advantage is very important and very unique. And I've seen that my wife goes beyond competitive advantage. She is a nodal. She is an ecosystem on her own. This makes you more. Not only to me, but to everyone else in this building. First of all, to the needy. And secondly, to everyone that is here. The choir, the pastors, everyone else. They have an ecosystem in you. And this ecosystem that you have created does not only implement and explain who you are, but it makes you to be more advantaged. And this is a skill that I pray for all women in this building to imitate. When you see your man, when everyone else is seeing rejection, you must see hope. If you have a man, when sometimes everything looks like it's collapsing, you must be the one that must say to him, you are a champion. You will make it. There's only one tablet, one pill, and one medicine that every man responds to. You may try everything at home. You may actually think it's the food you give your husband that keeps him home. Listen to me. He grew up in a house where his mother was the best cooker than you. It's not the food that you give a mother to make a man think you are the best. It is not the fact that you are called his wife. There is only one tablet and one medication that every man will respond to find a companion, a friend. I know women will not clap hands because this looks like it is an advantage to men. But that's who your spiritual mother is. When everything seems collapsing, or sometimes a man wants to hear is one word: do not worry. The Lord is with you. I know you're not worried, but I'm praying everything is gonna be okay. It is beyond I love you. It is beyond the roses. It is beyond any other thing. The fact that you show you have faith and you believe in your man, it is what matters. On this wonderful day, I took this advantage to make this statement on your birthday. All women that are here, you will never lose your man if you create an advantage. Which your mother has created. A nodal advantage, an ecosystem.
Amazing speech from Prophet Shepherd Bushiri. It's amazing. Do you know what it takes for a woman to stand with you in your lowest time, in your difficult time, in your trying time, and she didn't leave you? She was still standing by you. that could see the level of wisdom she displayed in this period. We want to join the host of heaven to celebrate her. Very powerful message from Prophet Shepherd Bushiri. And I believe most women will learn what he sees, and also men will learn what Prophet also, when you are choosing a wife, the wisdom you need to have. And not only the wisdom you, the man, have to have, but the woman. Consider the woman, the level of understanding, the level of her wisdom when it comes to sensitive matter. These are very important. So thank you for watching this video. God bless you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment. God bless you. Tell us what you think and wish Prophetess Mary Bushiri a happy birthday in the comment section. This message is so powerful. Very interesting one from Prophet Shepherd Bushiri.